Hi Taurus, welcome to your monthly readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this period of time in your life. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So Taurus, seems a very positive month. I feel that some of you are feeling this energy and the sensation of the beginning, the new vision, the new tomorrow, calling to you stronger and stronger and stronger with more intensity as days go by, especially for Taurus that are stagnant or still really chained up here in old beliefs and old ways and old baggage that is not serving you anymore. I see many of you throwing that out or putting a lot of effort to just don't care anymore with things that you may consider are holding you back. I do feel that some of you are going to take some risks in the month of May. I do feel that there's this energy of wanting to succeed or wanting to be recognized or wanting to be in the spotlight for something. It doesn't have to be necessarily a negative thing to, have that desire to be on the spotlight, because what I feel here for the majority of you is that your spirit has this need to validate itself during this period of time through the accomplishments and the daring energy you can put in motion in your life to push you beyond your own limitations. So there's a little bit of a competitive energy within your own being, pushing you out of the old into the new, and at the same time there's this energy of fun with it. So I feel that some of you are really taking, but there are calculated risks. I don't feel you're going to just take a risk that it's completely inconsistent or completely a risk that it feels dangerous, which sometimes with the full energy can happen, a lot of immaturity or a lack of consideration for the consequences of such a degree of impulsivity. In this case, I feel that your crack is like you're opening up here, your chest is being cracked open, to put out there, or regain faith in the sunny side of life, which is your subconscious. So it's actually what's driving you during this beautiful solar return for all of you to recharge your energies into the golden light, whichever issues or pending situations that are holding you back, in which you have been looking for light of guidance or illumination. I feel that for some of you, that light or those answers or that clarification you're looking for is going to come. It may require you to be brave and to give the steps into the unknown, which is what I feel is the big risk here for you, is the fact that is unknown. So you don't know exactly what's going to come out of this. You don't know exactly where this is taking you. You don't know exactly what's going to happen because you're not supposed to. And that's the thrilling part of this energy. I do feel that some of you need to go out there and have fun and enjoy again the sunny side of life. I do feel that some of you have been trapped too long and you need to free yourself or go back to activities or to discover new ones that can actually provide happiness and take you in this path of success. I do feel that some of you could have your finances or your financial circumstances really getting better during this phase. For those of you who have been worried about finances or who deserve or who desire more prosperity in your lives, I do feel that there's a lot of your grasp, a lot of gold at your grasp, but it may require some self-sufficiency. I feel that for Taurus that are thinking about again having their own business or doing something that it can be doing something that they love, putting out there in you know, in hopes that that would bring them some type of financial return. I do feel that for some of you who are putting this, regardless of being your own business or not, the key here for your success is to put a lot of this essence of yours, this confidence, this creative side of you that is always pulsating in your being and wanting to be expressed out in your work, your career, your activities, whichever you do. It has to come from you. It has to be you. It cannot be a repetition, you know, of somebody else's work or opinion or voice. And I feel that Taurus have here a great opportunity from now into the summertime to gain something, you know, that it's going to fill you up with pride. But I feel like it's a pride that it's innocent. It's a pride of a child. It's not a pride that it keeps you from, you know, embracing, you know, the outside world or others' opinions or criticism even. It's more this pride of you recognizing the capabilities, the talents you have on your own, and that you don't need anybody to prove you that or to give you that, which is your challenge, is the Six of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. So some of you could be looking for assistance, help, a giving hand, and you may feel like during this time it's hard to have that support, or you may be just wanting a more balanced, you know, a more fair type of living in terms of exchange of resources, the give and take, the flow of give and take. You may be considering it challenging during this time, either because you may feel that someone is asking too much of you, or someone is not giving you what you're asking. So I feel that this challenge of the Six of Pentacles is really about this. It's about you taking a risk, you know, finding your own ways of doing things, of creating the path of life, of creating the path of light for your life without depending on that giving hand, because you already have it. Whichever you're looking for someone to give you, you have it, or you can find it on your own in other ways, especially if this is concerning work opportunities or financial situations. You will find it when you take a risk to do something on your own. I feel that others of you that again have been looking for some kind of revelation, some kind of light being shed on your doubts or circumstances, or where to go, what to do. It's finally coming in here. So of course that not all of you it will come just right now. This is a process, but May feels very enlightening. You know, it feels like the start of, you know, that veil of illusion falling down, and you finally seeing what's in front of you and understanding, you know, the path ahead. And maybe and possibly that's why the Fool is here, really taking you back into your own desire to create a new life, a new paradigm, to you know, have new type of relationships, to have a complete different career aspiration from what you have been doing all your life. But deep down it comes from, for me, it's always about no baggage, you know, whichever you have been dealing with that was putting so much weight, the intensity of it, the control it has over you, you know, fear, trauma, blockage, you know, unexplained, you know, circumstances and situation, heartbreak, whichever it was, it's decreasing its intensity, because I feel like you're finally ready. You know, it's like that the egg is cracking and it's going to bring a new life, you know, a new way, a new opportunity to you in a certain way to feel better. I feel that for some of you, your moods are going to improve. Some of you are going to smile again, or you're going to have fun, or you're going to enjoy yourselves much more than what you have since the beginning of the year until now. Some of you that are still stagnant or refusing to make things, you know, move, I feel that you're going to start to feel this anxiety, you know, in your being. It's like you cannot be, you know, you cannot be chained down anymore. You cannot stop. There's an energy of movement here that it's needed in your life to clean out or to clear out, you know, what is not needed, and to bring you back to a place where you're actually enjoying yourself in your life. It's like this sensation that, you know, it's already late for tomorrow. There's something here about tomorrow. For tomorrow, it's already late. Some of you, it's like an emergency. For some of you that have been, you know, in this slow-paced energy for a long time, right now it's a time of taking measures. It's like being proactive, putting an effort, applying an effort to move beyond, you know, only what you know. I feel that some of you are really tested here with your beliefs about this, or what you're supposed to do versus what you really desire to do, because what you desire to do may be, you know, in opposite ends with what you were taught to believe it's the correct way, the right way to do things. I do feel that this Hierophant energy, though, is bringing you some degree of understanding of some lessons you have been learning, and some spiritual wisdom that resides within you. Because for Taurus that are looking for answers, you know, or a helping hand again on others, or others to give them, you know, kind of what they feel they need right now, this Hierophant is telling you and warning you that whichever you're looking for out there, or in an external source, it already exists within you. It does, but it requires freedom. It requires you to believe in your own, you know, discernment to make the right choices. I feel that this Hierophant is really putting you, some of you, to the test in terms of right and wrong. You know, some of you don't know anymore what's the right thing to do, because there's something here that puts, again, a conflict between the right old way and the right new way that it's arising. Some of you have great skills and quite a level of, you know, competence. I feel like you're really being recognized, but some of you being recognized by how well done, you know, how well you do your job, or how well you can do things, you know, and being very, very responsible, very mature about, you know, when you take your responsibilities or your commitments and taking them to the end, especially in a professional way. There's a lot of, you know, it's like you're up the ladder, you know, of success. For those of you looking for that type of energy, you know, of promotions and improving your work, this is the time. You know, May is your solar return. This is when, you know, your batteries are recharged. There's this whole opportunity. It's like a powerful eclipse energy, new moon energy, this big chance, you know, to begin new, to begin fresh. There's a whole new book here to be written, and it's up to you about, you know, what you're going to choose to write down there. I feel that whichever you were dealing before that felt more out of your hands is decreasing its intensity. Of course, the lessons, the experiences, the emotions may still be there, but the ability to control you is actually is like less damaging, and more actually, it's like you're turning those past experiences that you were having into wisdom, into knowledge. I do feel that some of you may be considering, you know, returning or to school or studying something that could benefit your future. There's a lot of focus on the future, and, you know, where you see yourself in your future terms. There's going to be compensations for what you had to go through, for those who have been doing the work, for those who have been doing the hard work, for those who have not been avoiding, you know, looking at themselves in the mirror and recognizing where the experiences may have led them, you know, to discover something about themselves, or where certain things in the past, you know, were also in a certain way your responsibility, not to blame just the universe and people around you. For Taurus that are gaining, let's say, wisdom, being able to recognize their flaws without becoming victims, without becoming dependent or completely, you know, shut down the world and love. I do feel for those who are balancing and trying to manage the best they can, those Taurus are going to be rewarded. There's compensations coming. There's, you know, the return of some bliss, of some joy that is well deserved and well earned. You know, I feel that some of you are thinking about, again, what type of, you know, it's like you have this box and you're trying to understand what to put in this box that is going to be essential for your future. Some of you are just looking to the future, and you really, I feel like some of you are really shut down to the past. It's like you whichever you have been trying to leave behind can feel very a very freeing month. It can feel like finally this weight has been is leaving your life, is leaving your shoulders, is leaving your mind. You know, whichever it is, it's going away and turning itself into knowledge. There's this, it's like peace, you know, or a calmness, serenity, returning to your soul, returning to your spirit, to guide you again into the path of light. I feel like some of you are going to have a very positive, optimistic view of you know, the future during this month, which is always a great thing to do. The intensity of pain will fade away, and I also feel that that energy of clarification revealing itself, something being shown to you clearly. It's like there has been a storm for some of you, and after the storm, now you're going to see what's left. So for those of you who are wondering if, you know, everything was lost, possibly not, but what stays, that's the question. That, and this I feel that for some of you, that will be the question: what remains in your life from that experience. For those Taurus, you will know what remains. You know, with the sun energy, you will see it. You will see what remains. Some of you, I feel like, you could have intense dreams as well. And for others of you, could be dreaming about situations that you should avoid, or situations that feel like you should get away from. It's like warnings. Sometimes this Hierophant could be, you know, a warning of some sorts, the warning of God, a warning of the universe to you. And it could reveal itself through a powerful subconscious message, like a dream, or an actual, you know, piece of information that can be very valuable to you. I do feel that some of you want to move. You want to move locations, or you want to get away from some place that is not pleasing you. And for those who are having this strong feeling that it's better to leave now, or that you really cannot stand this place anymore, or there's something wrong with the place you are in, or, you know, the surroundings you are in, I feel you're right, and it's a time to move, and it's a time to go. Anything that promotes new energy, new vibrations, good vibrations, it's the energy you really want to seek. I feel like you are returning to yourself, you are returning to your essence, and so naturally you will radiate, you know, and everything around you, you will see life with, I feel like you will see life right now in May with a fresh pair of new eyes, you know, whichever you couldn't see. Even for some of you that have lost some type of faith on yourselves or on life, you will regain it. I do feel that. So I hope you have a great month of May. Thank you so much for all of you who have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.